Përshëndetje miq, jemi në podcastin e radhës me një mik shumë të veçantë që është mik I CF-s prej 16 vitesh apo 15. So we are here in this podcast with a special friend of ICF Tirana, of me personally, of how many years we met?
Almost 16 years.
Almost 16 years.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be together to talk about one of the things that are close to your heart.
Yes.
So, and we'll start with the soul care. Yes, for you that don't know Steve Freeburn is from Northern Kentucky, USA. He's the president and founder of the ministry called 1520 Coalition, soul care, church planting initiatives, different ministries around the world.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things, but today we'll focus only on soul care.
Correct.
Super. So welcome to...
Thank you. I'm excited to be here and to share this moment with many people here in Albania.
Yes, let's go to the soul... so I write few questions so to make it easy for me.
Right.
What was the original spark for the moment that led you to start the soul care?
So I have a kind of a unique story. I have a chemical engineering degree, and I worked for 30 years for a big chemical company, one of the largest chemical companies in the world, Dow Chemical. And I always knew that I loved talking to people. But I began to plant a church in Kentucky while I was still working for Dow Corning. And the pastor there said, Steve, I have a ministry that I want to start. And it's called biblical counseling, which is now soul care. And I went and I started doing the training. The very first semester of training, I was so impressed. I wrote in my syllabus, one day I will be the leader of an independent biblical counseling ministry.
How many years ago was this?
22 years.
22 years ago.
22 years. And that was,
so...
I didn't even know how to do it. I heard it and I thought, oh my goodness, this is a ministry that I want to lead sometime.
That's very good.
So that was the initial thing.
But at the same time, this is one part of what you do. How does soul care fit with the broader mission, the wider mission of 1520 Coalition?
That's another good question, because honestly, that was not my idea. When I founded the 1520 Coalition, it was with another friend here in Albania that was working for Eagles of Peace at the time.
Yeah.
And we talked and we began, and we had this idea of how we were going to go around to all the churches in America and talk about the importance of reaching and discipling pastors in countries like Albania. And we spent 6 months visiting all kinds of churches.
6 months just to create the feeling.
And honestly, it was a failure.
Ooh.
I visited 50 churches.
50
in 6 months. And one church said they would give us $200 a month
to start this ministry.
And it was like, that's not going to work.
We do?
And then out of the blue, a few months later, a pastor called me and he said, Steve, I know that you are a biblical counseling professional. And would you help us start a counseling ministry at our church? I thought, well, I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well. And so I said, but that's a lot of work. And I said, can you pay for this? Not very much.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, how much can you pay? And he told me a number, and I thought, well, that's more than $200 a month. So, but then I said, okay, if we provide this service, if we develop this training ministry, because, in America, paying for secular counseling or soul care
it's normal.
Is normal, and it's expensive. It costs anywhere from $150 to $200 an hour.
What?
Yeah, that's what counseling costs in America.
Wow.
And so I thought, if they can't afford, the church can't afford me, because this was going to be a full-time job. And I said, okay, may I ask for donations from the people we care for? And he said, of course. And then he said, as we are able, we will increase the amount of support we have for you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people started coming. We need help. We need help. Our marriage is failing. Can you do this? Can you do that? And all of a sudden, it began to grow. And we began collecting $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month
for the ministry.
And at the same time, after a couple of years, the church that had asked that was able to start contributing, and they began to give $4,000 a month
for this,
for the ministry. And we were using all of the proceeds from the counseling to support church planting. And so it was like God did this and said, it's like God said, yes, it's right to plant churches, but it's not going to work the way you think it's going to do. You need to bring soul care into this. And that's what started it. And now, 20 years later,
still doing the same.
Soul care provides 20% of the funding for church planting.
So you offer people, so if I say it in different words, you offer people this soul care, this counseling for their struggles. And they pay some kind of amount for that. And out of this money, go to start new churches.
Yes. And so we thought, how can we encourage people to pay, but yet, not make it as expensive as what if they went the secular route. In America, health insurance will pay for this kind of care about 50%. Insurance pays the rest. Well, so we said, okay, we're not going to be able to take insurance because in America, if you're doing biblically based care, you can't ask for it. So we said, we're going to only charge 50%. So that whether they come to us or whether they go to a secular counselor with insurance, the same cost.
It's the same cost.
And then we decided
to make it easy for them.
To make it easy. And then we decided that 40% of the funds that we received for soul care would go to church planting. So the counselors get 60% and 40% goes to plant churches.
That's very good. Oh, I have a lot of questions.
That's
but
okay.
We'll go one by one. When you think about the people who engage with soul care, what is the biggest transformation or shift you hope to see in their life? So this person is messed up or has a habit or whatever. What do you expect to see?
So a lot of people that come, first of all, people don't come to soul care first. They try everything else.
Okay.
And for the
mass is big.
A large percentage of the people, it doesn't work. Statistically, professional secular counseling only helps about 25% of the people that come.
Oh,
so that leaves 75% that they try it and it doesn't work. Well, eventually they come around to us and said, I've spent all this money and all this kind of counseling and it hasn't helped me. Maybe I should try the biblical approach. Okay. So that's how they come to us. And the difference, a lot of times with the secular counseling, and I'm not trying to smash it, I'm trying to just help people understand. Secular counseling often says you're going to have this problem for the rest of your life. So
deal with it.
Deal with it, and we're going to help you deal with it.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to get counseling and you're going to have to get care for the rest of your life. Whereas the biblical approach, it says you can be free. You don't have to have it forever. And we train their minds to think differently, to respond to their circumstance in a way that honors the Lord and gives them hope and encouragement. So we want people's thinking and behavior to change so they get complete freedom from whatever the struggle was.
Very good. So it's unfolding.
It's unfolding,
little. Can you share a key scripture or a key passage when you started this that it's like a foundation for soul care?
So 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 25 says it all. Talks about us. For you were straying like sheep,
Yes.
but now you've returned to the shepherd of your soul. Soul care is submitting to the shepherd of our soul. That's the basis.
Super. Very good. So let's go walk us through the soul care process.
Okay.
From when someone first reaches out to you, phone call or email, and how does it start? Let's say I'm the guy that needs this service, this counseling. What will be the process?
So first of all, we have a website where people can go to, and it's all automated. They can say, "Hey, I need help." They can call us for help to talk to us, or they can fill out information.
Fill out a form.
They can do all that, and all of that comes to us, and then we respond and we set. So that's how it initially works. And a lot of those referrals come through churches.
Okay. So website, churches, friends,
they're small groups, those kind of people, that's where the problems are first discovered.
Exposed, yeah.
They're exposed there. Yeah. And they may say, okay, here's the number, here's the website, go there. And then from that, we send them an application. They fill it out online. They tell us a little bit about their problem. We ask them a few questions about what's their spiritual life. Since we're doing biblically based care, we want to know where they're at.
Where they are, yeah.
And so we do that. And then after that, we assign them a counselor and they begin the process. So now, on average, it takes us about 1 year of working with a person to help them have the freedom from whatever their struggle is.
1 year, like how often? What rhythm?
Twice a month.
Twice a month
for an hour and a half each time.
So it's
6 hours.
25 times.
3 hours a month, about 20 times. So we're talking about
60 hours.
Yeah, 50 to 75 hours.
Wow.
Occasionally, if people have been struggling with something for years and years and years and years.
It's old habit or old thing.
Yeah.
It takes longer.
It takes maybe 18 to 24 months.
Wow.
But typically 12
But what kind of issues normally you face with they have gone, life challenges that people have gone through and they come to you? Because life has a lot of ups and downs.
So
normally, who comes?
In America, and it may be different here, but in America, about 50% of the cases are marriage struggles.
Oh, okay.
There may be conflict between husband and wife. Sometimes there is sexual sin, adultery. Sometimes it's pornography. Sometimes it's financial. Sometimes it's struggle with raising their children. Sometimes it's just arguing. They argue all the time. So
it's those mainly family issues.
Mainly but the second is despair, depression, fear, and worry.
Emotional.
Yeah, and that makes up about 25%. So 50% marriage, 25% despair, depression, fear, anxiety, worry. Yeah. And then the rest is a combination of
different.
Addiction is a big one, anger, bitterness, those kinds of things.
Now soul care ministry is going to a new level because you're offering trainings to train others to do it.
Right.
So you're not only training, coaching, or counseling them. You're coaching those that will do the counseling. So tell us a little bit more. What is this training look like? Or how does this training look?
First of all, let me say that the greater Cincinnati area where Northern Kentucky is at, near Cincinnati, Ohio, the population there is about the same as Toronto.
Okay.
And in America, in the greater Cincinnati area, there are 600 evangelical churches.
In that area?
In that area. Now, that's double the whole country of Albania. But those churches, those 600 churches, have a need for care. And that represents
You
about...
cannot cover everything.
Well, that represents about 300,000 hours a year.
Oof.
Now, here's the exciting part. If we were to reach 10% of those people, if we were to do 30,000 hours, or not 30, 30,000 hours of soul care, we would raise over $1 million a year for church planting.
Yeah, that would be great.
Just in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Atlanta, Georgia? What about,
Indiana or
Indiana
Texas
the potential to use soul care to develop the church planting is enormous. And so we are taking on the challenge of, I want to train 30 new soul care providers with this training.
Yes. How long is the training?
It takes 30 hours.
30 hours.
30 hours of intensive lecture.
If you say 30 hours, how many hours a day?
Well, we're doing it online.
Okay.
So there will be 31-hour training sessions.
Okay.
And you can
one
watch
session
them.
Is 1 hour?
Yeah, one session.
So it's 31 sessions.
Yeah, 30 sessions, 31-hour sessions. You can watch them at your whenever you want to.
Yeah. Does it have homework?
It does have homework, but it's not like graded homework.
Yeah.
I have written for those 30 hours, and I say, don't let this scare people. I have written 400 discussion questions to help you absorb the material.
Yeah.
Because I want our training just not to be something you put in your head. I want people to actually know how to provide the care. So we're doing everything we can to make sure as you listen to the videos, I mean, here's the syllabus.
That's the syllabus.
Yeah, it's 140 pages in an 8x10 format. So that's a 250-page book if it was, normal sized book.
Now the question is, it's a personal question or country question. Can Albanians be part of this as well, or it's only for U.S. people?
No, anybody can. Anybody in the world. I've counseled people in China. I've counseled people in Albania. I've counseled people in Togo, Africa.
People can join the soul care to be counseled, but can they be trained as well to counsel others?
They can get the training. We presently have it online, but we did the online training development about 7 years ago. Well, technology has changed. So I've rewritten this book, and starting in February, we're going to produce a new set of 30 one-hour videos.
Wow.
And so by the middle of June, we're going to release them 6 hours at a time. So the first 6 hours will be ready at the end of February, and then another 6 at the end of March, and another 6 at the end of April, May, and then June. All of the new.
Finished.
We still have the old videos there, but we're going to be replacing them. We're going to be updating them. There's 6 more hours of training in the new manual than there was in the first. So yes, you can join anywhere. Now you have to have a code to get them. You don't go to YouTube, search for soul care training. There it is.
It's unlisted somewhere.
We have to protect it. So it is unlisted. Yeah.
How can we close this? I mean, we can go forever, but I'd like to close this with I'd like for you to close with a story, because we want to do another podcast and go into more personal, your walk with the Lord, your personal faith, ministry, and some wisdom that you can share with church planters and pastors. But to close this podcast first, can you share a story that stood out lately?
Sure.
A couple or a person that came, and maybe you don't have to mention the name, but came and she or he or they were messed up, and they went through the counseling and they were restored.
Yeah. So first of all, I would say if you go to our website, soulcarenky.com, you can see many of those stories. But I will give you a general theme. One of the things that I see, here's a typical example. Two people are ready to divorce. They said, I'm finished. I'm done.
Yeah. They're tired.
They've tried all kinds of things. Counseling didn't work. Their pastor couldn't help them. this is very typical, but they say, because I want the divorce to be, friendly, if divorce can be friendly, which it cannot be, but if it to be friendly, they'll agree to talk to me.
Okay.
For normally it's 3 times. So the typical say, sometimes it's the man, sometimes it's the woman. Says, I'm here, Steve. I'm going to listen to you for 3 hours. You have 3 hours. I'm going to listen to you.
But in my mind, I'll be divorced.
But after those 3 hours, I'm going to divorce my spouse. That's the way it comes. Okay. So they meet with me for 3 hours. And it's like, wow. I've never heard this before.
They see
this is
new perspective.
This is not like any counseling I've ever had, because it is not counseling. It's care from the shepherd of our soul.
And
it begins to expose their soul.
Yes.
So the 3 sessions turn into 4, turn into 5, turn into 6, turn into 7, turn into 8.
Wow.
This particular couple
over.
that I have in mind, they had financial problems. They argued all the time. They were fighting in front of their kids. They didn't know. They couldn't agree on anything. Couldn't even agree on parenting.
Are they together? Did they divorce?
They did not divorce.
Okay.
And their testimony is on our website.
Wow. Please visit the website. Yeah, if you don't remember Soul Care, NKY, go to 1520coalition.com, and somewhere there you'll see the Soul
Care, and you can click on that.
And you can find it. So, so if you're there, you're listening, and you are interested for 2 things. One, you need this care, this soul care counseling. Or the second, you want to be part of the training. Just contact at the website. Actually, you are in Facebook as well.
We're on Facebook.
But website is
the website's where all the more complete.
The testimonies,
the videos, what the soul care process looks like. If you want to enroll in soul care, if you want to get the training, you can do everything on that website.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Great. I'm excited.
This is very wide. We can talk forever about this, but this is just to create a little taste for you, a little teasing.
Yeah, good, great.
So, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll get ready for the second podcast.
Okay.
Looking forward.